Today is the book of Judges. Who was the author of Judges? Traditionally, it's attributed to Samuel. Though the book itself does not name a specific author, it was likely compiled by earlier historical records during the early period in Israel. What's it about? What's the overview of it? Judges describes the period after Joshua's death, when Israel had no central king. During this time, the nation repeatedly fell into a cycle of sin, oppression, repentance, and deliverance. God raised up leaders called judges to rescue Israel from their enemies. Despite repeated rescues, the people continually drifted away from God, showing the consequences of spiritual compromise without consistent leadership. When was it written? It was approximately 1050 to 1000 BC, reflecting events from about 1375 to 1050 BC. Where are the settings? Throughout the land of Israel, Canaan, with various tribal regions experiencing cycles of oppression and deliverance. What was the purpose? Why? Was to show the consequences of spiritual drift without strong godly leadership, the repeated mercy of God's despite human failure, the danger of doing what's right in your own eyes, and the need for righteous leadership and obedience to God. Judges reveals what happens when people forget God's commands and live without spiritual direction. The key themes: spiritual decline, sin and consequences, deliverance and mercy, cycles of rebellion, leadership failure, and God's faithfulness. The key verse is Judges 21:25. In those days, Israel had no king. Everyone did as they saw fit. The teaching insight is Judges shows a repeating spiritual pattern. When people drift from God, chaos follows. But when they cry out, God still responds with mercy. The problem was not God's absence, but Israel's inconsistency. This book highlights the need for constant dependence on God and the danger of moral compromise when truth is ignored. Practical application: be consistent in your walk with God, not seasonal. Don't rely on emotional highs. Build steady obedience. Recognize the danger of doing what feels right instead of what is right. Seek godly leadership and accountability. Remember that God is merciful, but repeated compromise has consequences.